Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy M.K.S here, back in another video. Hope everyone's well. Please check out part 1 if you haven't already done so, and look out for part 3, when it comes out, hopefully, all being well. Yeah, as I said in part 1, these are my plans for, or ideas or suggestions for African American history, and as I call it, History and Empowerment Month. So I talked about like supporting or celebrating Black YouTubers and supporting Africa's tourism industry and Black people talking about the experience of traveling and things like that. And so yeah, so I hope to continue on with some of my ideas which I talked about. So as I say, especially for African Americans, and these are like my suggestions of ideas that hopefully will help African Americans from one community to another. So anyway, here goes. So number 11, I'd love to celebrate and support African American or generally Black inventors, and like recognize the achievements and accomplishments of historical or current Black inventors, but also encourage more in the future, especially, as I say, African Americans and ones from Africa as well. Number 12, I'd love to encourage like to talk about who could be mentors or role models for African Americans and Black people around the world, e.g. those, for instance, those who have done well, say business people, mentors, or motivational speakers, or people like that who can mentor more Black people to do well, especially, as I say, African Americans in February and in the future as well, and especially in February each year perhaps, and also like Black people talking about who their role models are, who their role models are, like people like Billy Blanks, who teaches martial arts and has his own fitness channel or things like that, and has his own fitness company, and people like that. So people who have done well, like motivational speakers, and people who, as I say, people who African Americans can look up to as potential role models, as well as, I say, maybe mentors in the future, to train them and to share things like Crucial Robbie or Robbie Lyle, who from Arsenal Fan TV, who talked about sang the song about being proud to be Black. So maybe Black people, African Americans, as I say, especially, or again the global Black diaspora, could talk about what makes or who makes them proud to be Black, like what achievements Black people have made, and also like who they look up to as someone who makes them proud to be Black. Like say people like can't think of any off the top of my head, but I'm sure there are many, like people like footballers, again like soccer players like Pele, people like Michael Jordan in sports generally, or people like rappers, people like Oprah Winfrey, or people like that who inspire them. And again, like even mixed race people like Barack Obama, or people like that. I know some people say they're mixed race, not Black, but people who have notable African American or African rather ancestry who make them proud. So it'd be great to hear from them about those sorts of people make them proud. Number 13, hopefully my ideas won't be in vain. Like hopefully they do actually help, or will actually help, and maybe like also discussing African Americans and the global Black diaspora could discuss what sort of negatives or problems they think their communities face, like disunity, lack of representation, or lack of self-esteem, or things that negative stereotypes, like portrayals in the media about Black people being criminals or things like that. Number 14, on that note, like hopefully finding solutions to those negatives or those problems, like for instance showing positive stories. So it shows that challenging those stereotypes, like people showing Black people who have built businesses and worked their way up the ladder and done well, either building their own businesses or working for big corporations or things like that. And again, like hopefully helping Black people around the world, the Black diaspora, in terms of technology and things like that, politics, business, technology, ownership and things like that, even like buying stocks and investing and things like that, can hopefully change some of those stereotypes and challenge some of those problems and solve some of those problems that the global Black diaspora, especially African Americans, face. Number 15, again, I'd love to hear from the aspirations of African Americans and the global Black diaspora about how they can connect together and how they can be empowered and what careers, like inspirations for their careers and life generally, career goals and life goals generally, and what they would like to aspire to and how they can be encouraged to reach those goals. As I say, such as being business people or doctors or whatever other empowering fields or careers, like technology is a big one. I would talk about more black people in technology, especially women, and young black youths learning about technology and being empowered. Number 16, again, I'd love to hear from other people as well, what ideas other people have generally to network together, talk about what ways, a think tank basically, to talk about what are the best ways to empower the global black diaspora and African Americans in particular, how they can be inspired and empowered generally. What are the best ways basically to empower them? So I'd love to hear your comments on that as well, or especially on what are the best ways to empower them, and how they can connect together and things like that. Like, I think unity is a great way to empower people. Number 17, I'd love to hear from black people with talents and how to help them to make the most of their talents and achieve their full potential. Again, whether that's in business, academia, medicine, law, or any other field where they can, again, challenge stereotypes and use their strengths, telling stories and whatever other strengths that many black people have, like writing their own books and all sorts of things like that. So what they can achieve to tell their story and be empowered, as I say, and that sort of thing. Number 18, again, I'd love to see African Americans and the global black diaspora working together to empower each other and network together. Number 19, I'd love to support and acknowledge and encourage African Americans and, again, the global black diaspora, especially in Africa, in terms of software development and how they can network together and teach each other what they know. So like African Americans and others could mentor as well as each other, like they can go to parts of Africa and mentor people. So people from the diaspora, however you pronounce it, can go to parts of Africa and mentor young people in software development and things like that. Those who obviously have those skills can teach what they know. And number 20, on that note, older black people could teach younger people things they learn, life lessons, like say those who have ran businesses can teach them about business and things like that. So as ever, I'd love to know how you think I did in this video and what your ideas or thoughts or any other feedback you have. And I'm out. Peace out.